My name is Denia Smith. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm an incoming freshman at American University where I aim to double major in political science and justice and law studies. I'm also a youth advocate passionate about racial and gender justice, education reform, and civic engagement. My highlights include organizing a march in 2020 in honor of the Black Lives Matter movement that garnered 1,000 attendees in my community. Afterwards, I co-founded a youth organization called the POC Advocacy that aims to work alongside school administrators to enact racially equitable changes in K-12 academia. In addition to my work in racial justice, I also serve as a teen advisor with the United Nations Foundation's Girl Up campaign. I'm also the founder and host of the She Shall Speak series, a podcast that aims to amplify the intersectional narratives of Black femmes and encourage Black girls in their communities to be leaders on social justice-related causes. I was inspired to get into advocacy in 2020 after witnessing the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and countless other African Americans who were senselessly killed by the police. I saw protests on my television and saw young people rising up in order to enact change, and I really sat and pondered upon what my role was in this movement and how I could enact change in my community as well. By seeing young people throughout the country rise up and show out for racial justice, I realized that I had a voice and that I had the potential to enact change in the same ways that they did. This encouraged me to start the march that I did in my community. And it was at the march that I saw even more young people rise up and vocalize their concerns. And it was here that I realized that we have so much power as youth advocates, and we have so much potential to enact the changes that we want to see in the world. From this moment on, I decided that I would tap into advocacy and that I would prioritize amplifying youth voices and assuring that we have a seat at the table to enact changes that will not only better our lives, but better the lives of future generations. Someone who has served as a mentor to me, as well as someone who has inspired me throughout my journey, is my mom. I'm continuously inspired by her empathy, compassion, and her dedication to serving others, and it's those qualities that I've inherited from her over time. I also run to my mom immediately on new projects or ideas that I have pertaining to my advocacy, and without her, I would definitely not be the person that I am today. Thank you so much for inviting me here today for this takeover. And as a final piece of advice I have for the viewers out there is to never be afraid to get started and to recognize that your voice has power.